What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ocean from the Felines'Den Podcast, and today we have a special guest.
I'm Dre from the No Cap Podcast. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. And it's your boy Thurn, man. Y'all tune in for this one.
And it's your boy Mo Baby.
Now today is a special day because us ladies, we have been dying for this episode, as well as our viewers, to get some men's point of view.
Really fun.
Right. We're just gonna jump into it, and I will be asking everybody a question throughout our segment just to get you all's opinion. So it'll be directly to the person and not everybody.
Oh,
so
really?
Surprise.
Oh, Lord.
Look how everybody sounds excited. When some like old people at church, they get to singing them hymns. Yeah.
So since you all are guests in the den, let's start it off with you. What questions y'all got for us?
All right, well, me and my guy right here, we were talking, and he was saying something about how women make their kids a priority, but when we don't make them a priority, it's a problem. He just pretty much wanted y'all to expound on that.
Like their kids.
Like when a single mother has kids, and she makes those kids her priority and not her man.
No.
Is that what you're
He's saying it. Well, you explain.
If it's a certain like priority, like let's say I wanna do something else, and then the woman gets mad at the man because he's putting that certain thing before.
What her?
So
It's
you're
like a
trying to
double
compare her making the children a priority to him making something else a priority?
So
Is that what
not
you're saying?
exactly like that, but to the degree of you have this priority to make your first priority, but when it's my turn to make something the first priority, it's a problem. So it's not the same energy on both sides.
Like,
So do you
we
think
don't
it would be
understand that because maybe we don't do that.
Are you saying this as a man? You may go out with you and Thermal and Mo go out, right? And I'm like, no, I really want to see you. Come see me. And you're like, nah, I already made plans with them, so I'm going out with them. And I'm like, so now you're making them a priority over me.
Yeah.
And then when I do something, you're saying you want to see me, and I'm like, no, my kids come first. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So are you saying that women get mad when a man make their children a priority too?
No, women
From
get,
them?
No.
So I'm just
Okay.
trying to compare, like if we make our children a priority and you want to take us out on a date,
Well, first,
will I get mad at you if you did the same thing?
First, he's asking us,
Okay.
why do we as women make our children a priority, but then we get mad when they make other
Whatever
people.
Other
priority.
But you can't
Okay.
compare a woman making a child a priority
There we go.
to a man making his boys his priority.
But what if
Children and his boys is not the same
But what if the
thing.
man doesn't have a child?
I just need an example of what this
But I
priority
see what you're
sounds
saying,
like.
yeah.
Like, what
but-
do you, can you tell me literally, like,
It's hard to explain.
It is.
Because
Yeah,
I feel
but
like
woman-
it's a double standard there. When,
I mean,
when a
that's-
woman
But they need
when
an
a woman
example.
gets
They want an example. What
so
do
we
you mean?
always put our
okay.
children first, basically.
Well, it could
Is that
be
what you're
anything,
saying?
I'm guessing, but I see what they're saying. If you're dealing with a woman that have kids and you don't have kids, and I'd be like, well, I can't make it because my daughter has a basketball game, And he'd be like, I can't make it. I got to be at my boys' football game today.
Exactly.
Why would we get mad if we just said what we had? Which I don't think we should. I wouldn't get mad at that. Not at all. But if
I
I
mean, it happens. I'm pretty sure if you really wanted to see a guy before
Exactly.
and
That's-
he had prior plans and you're like, no, I really want to see you. He's like, no, I'll see you after. And you like, no, I want to see you now. And he's like, no. Then you going to get mad.
Because you really had your heart. So you've never been in a situation where you had your heart set on something and it didn't happen, and you felt some type of way about it.
Think of your boo. Or if you got a boo. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I ever really got mad. I understood because I am a mother. So, like, if something comes up, I'm going to understand. I'm not going to get mad. Like, unless this is a guy that I dealt with and he constantly lies about things. And he's been caught.
Nah, we not going there.
And then he'd be like,
Yeah,
I ain't going to be able
That's
to
it.
make
But
it.
let's just be
Yeah.
honest. When you have children, Mo, they are your priority. So like when you get a child,
Right.
he's or she's going to be your priority. So I think that's just reality.
Yeah,
But as
you'll-
far
if
as
you don't
women
have
getting
kids, I guess you
mad
really can't
because you
understand.
made prior plans, and I don't think
I don't
that's
think
right.
that should be okay.
I wouldn't be mad if a man canceled on me because he
Right.
had something to do with his kids.
Or
I mean, I
his
believe-
friends or his whoever.
I mean, the friends
Sometimes.
come in a different category as the kid, as you were stating before.
Right.
So if you were breaking plans with me to go do whatever with your associates, friends, whatever you want to call it, I would have a problem with that
Yeah.
because you broke plans with me. But if it was for your kid,
That's
I'm like, go
different.
ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because we need more people involved with kids as
Exactly.
is, especially in our culture.
And it's a plus even if you insert yourself with those plans
Right.
with her
Mhm.
and those
Kids.
children.
But some people don't have kids too, so what are they priorities?
This
But some people don't also want you involved with them and their kids like that
Yeah.
either, though. So
There's some women that be
I
like,
see.
You gotta be more
I don't want my
understanding.
kids
And I
around
understand it.
a certain
That's
person.
me.
Let's
But
be
why
honest,
though?
it's
All around my
2022.
kids.
You should have your children around people that you're talking to because it's a waste of time. I could be dating you 5 months down the line.
Yeah.
You finally meet Billy and you don't like Billy and Billy don't like you. So now I got to figure out, do I want to continue this or not? Or how would I make it work? So I think...
But
Well,
you
if I'm
should-
someone that's
Right,
dating
right.
multiple men, I'm not gonna have men in and out of my house because I have daughters.
But you still
That's just not a good
You're
look.
an
You still
adult.
gotta-
For me.
You're
you
still
gotta
an adult
set
at the
an
end of the
example.
day.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta set an example. If I'm gonna date somebody, I'm gonna date just that one person because I'm not gonna let
Everybody
different
live
women
their
around my
life.
kids.
Everybody
Yeah.
don't live their life like that. So the
Yeah.
people that do have a kid in the event and they're still promiscuous, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it happens. It happens.
It
I would
happens a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
That's
we gotta
why
live in reality.
women
So
get bad
you can't
reps,
keep
too.
bringing these individuals around your children. So if you want to break plans with me to go kick it with your kid, I might be number 3. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't
I
time
see
for me
what
to
you're
pull
saying
up.
on that. Okay. But
Well, we're going to change
there's
the
men like that
subject.
too, though. They have different women around their kids all the
You
time.
think so?
Oh yeah, and then
But
the
you
child is like, okay, so who is this one? You know, so
Do you
it's the
think-
same
do you
thing.
think
That's
makes-
Daddy.
I don't
Oh,
know.
that's what
Do
y'all
you-
talking about.
do you think that makes the-
Because that
Man,
mama
yeah.
situation.
It does.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It gets bad.
You know how we call Mary J. Blige's auntie? This your auntie right here.
You know, I'm about to
This
go
your
see
Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, Uncle so and
Who
so.
house you was over last night? Uncle Snoop.
Uncle Snoop. Your mama ain't got no more brothers.
So I think it goes both ways.
Go back,
Yes.
right.
Do y'all feel like women do put their children before you all?
As
To a
they
degree.
should. As they
To a
should.
degree.
And how do you feel about that?
Because they should.
Amazing.
You should.
I mean, I love it. I was a single parent child. I was product of that. So the time that you taking away from me and my mom's, you know what I'm saying, is valuable. So for me to see somebody be like, okay, I know he had this plan, but I forgot. You know, he did good on his grades. I want to take him out to do something. I know how I felt in that position. So I'm a little bit more understanding of the fact. So it's like I'm all good with that. It don't make me feel no type of way. I high five you.
Because I'm good with that. Because I was raised with nothing but women. So,
Okay.
That too,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm very optimistic. I see everything from both sides.
Okay.
And that's the only way you can really have a relationship with anybody, honestly. If you just sit back and take the time to look at both sides of the situation, I think everything goes a little bit better for everybody.
And if you don't fool, you see people that don't fool with their kids wholeheartedly. Like, how can you really fool? This is your seed. This came from your loin.
But I mean, and
I
to
can't
that
fool with you.
extent, most of the people that do that probably have both parents in the home. You know?
But I'm saying the ones that don't want to fool with their kids, like that, they will put me over their kid. Like, I would kind of look at this some type of way because if this is your loin,
You
and
should
not,
look at it some
that's what I'm
way.
saying.
My
I can't.
gosh, and women are out there and they do
They
that.
do
I
that,
seen it.
yeah.
They put
I
will
seen a
put their
woman do this in another
boyfriend.
relationship. Yeah, and I seen
Yeah,
and
I
it
like
wasn't even-
that.
It's a little
Like,
different.
A
No,
woman has a
boyfriends.
son. They call him her
but
king.
boyfriends?
Yeah.
No.
I
I was like, that's not your man. That's your son.
No.
Yeah, I know how I feel about this. Nixon. Whenever a woman break up with a man, they always say, I'm going to focus on myself and my children. I hate that.
They say that
I
all
hate
the
it.
time.
I'm just going to focus on my career. My life. Girl, you should have been focused on that when you
Before.
was with the
A
guy.
lot. Yeah, they say that in
Like, why
general.
you, so now you focusing on your children. You want to focus on them at first.
No, I love him. I love him, and I was focused on him, and I love
And
him.
him only.
My kids, they gonna be there. They gonna be there.
Nothing's gonna change for my kids.
Not if DHS come get them.
I just think they felt like they were wasting a lot of time with that relationship, so they're gonna focus more on them and what
But
they're
it's
supposed to be doing.
every relationship that fails. It's like, and then you post
But
it on Facebook.
I mean,
I'm
some women do
Right.
actually neglect their kids when it comes to having a man in their life.
Well, I will say this, maybe not even neglect. Maybe they spend extra time with that
Right.
man, and now they're saying, okay, that time needs to be filled. I'm going to just go ahead and take that
Right.
time and put that into my kids.
Because she
But she could have been balancing it well.
Right.
well, there's
What
a
I'm
world
saying,
need
like-
to know that.
Like
though.
he, like I'm spending time doing.
It's
Hold
social
on.
media now. It's,
Hold on,
it's
but
the norm.
I'm spending time doing for my man like I'm supposed to, stroking the ego, cooking, cleaning. But then the relationship ends and I realize how many hours in a day I have free. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing that anymore. So
I mean,
now,
cooking and cleaning should still be done.
yes, but it's different when you're doing it for a man.
Right.
You
But
see what
I
I'm
was
saying?
getting-
But
It
it
is.
also
is.
goes back to
It's-
what she was saying initially about why you weren't focusing. I understand that you
Right.
have this void now, a
It's-
time that you got, but still, why is it now that you say that I'm
You're
just
just
focusing on me
taking
and my
that
kids?
time that you spend. No, you're just saying that you're taking the time that you have for a relationship, and you're putting it into what is most important anyway,
So
which is
you're-
your kids.
So
No,
you're
let's
stating what
be
was
honest.
understood.
That's how I see it.
Nope, this is what happens. They get into a
Mhm.
relationship, okay? Then they lose focus of their dreams and aspirations, and they put all this energy into this man because they don't want this man to go away.
I see this
They want to
one.
do
They
everything
call
for
them
this
the
man.
They
pick
can't.
So
me.
this man can stay. So once the man leave, now she's like, okay, well I was interested in going to school, but I didn't because I was too busy in this relationship, putting my energy to him. So now let me enroll in school.
You
But
gotta get your doctorate.
Like,
but you should
you should have done
It's
it.
easier
It's
to
the
say
woman's
it's
fault.
why.
And I
Yes,
just
it
don't, I'm
is.
not a fan
Right.
of that.
It is, but can I say this from a generation, and this is a generational thing. We were taught to do that. We were taught to
Okay.
invest. I'm 47, and we were taught to invest in our man like that.
And then
You
the
know,
times changed.
Yes, and then the times
And your
changed.
mindset stayed
And
the
we
same.
were the generation that saw our mothers do it, but then saw the
Right.
freedom of the generation behind in
Now
front of
they-
us.
yeah.
Yeah, like the girls that are 15, 20 years
Right.
younger than me, they don't have the issues I have when it comes to the men my age. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And how we think and that thought process. That's the difference.
But
That's
I
the
get what
difference.
Ocean is saying. If you are naturally a nurturer and you cook, you clean, and you do these things regardless being with a man or not, you shouldn't have to go on social media and be like, well, I'm just going to stop
You shouldn't have to go on
myself.
social media.
Right.
Because you should have been doing it in the
Right.
first place.
Yep.
And then maybe that relationship would have worked out if you would have just been yourself in the first place
What about
instead of
subliminals?
pretending to be something.
What about subliminals? These are subliminals sometimes. I'm finna focus on, no, you not, because I still love you. That's what he's saying over there in her inbox. Yeah, I'm coming back
I mean,
home.
what about them?
I left my shoes over there. Let me come get my toothbrush.
Sometimes I feel like women do it too, to do that to men
Subliminal.
to make them.
My
Nah,
earrings
make
is
them
over there. Can I come pick them up?
Yes.
No, they'll be in the mailbox.
And they
Just knock on the door when you get it.
About this big.
Can I leave my shoes?
No,
And
you
then-
take your
Have
head off.
another woman come over, they gonna see them shoes.
You
And
take
then
your
just
head
take
off. Here's your hat. Take it back with you.
The hat.
Yo,
Oh, I see what you saying. Like, don't be
Thank you.
leaving your shoes over
Yeah.
here because the next thing gonna be like,
Like,
you should
Ah, you let me stop.
But let me ask y'all this
messing
though.
up her game.
Well, I'm just speaking for every
But
woman.
let me ask
Yes.
you this. Let me ask you this. And like I said, I was raised by nothing but women. Like, how did that tradition of women being classy, how did not get passed along? Like, what happened? What happened to where?
Times changed.
I know times change,
That's what happened.
but our culture is off tradition. Like,
But-
how did that not get passed along to this generation now to where you don't act like that as a woman?
Because the times changed.
Well-
The theme of now is those traditional women provide love. They
Who
depended.
changed?
They
Okay,
depended
can
at
I-
time.
But
Go
he
ahead.
said
Okay.
classy though. That's what I
Right.
get.
So one thing
it's
was,
kinda
hold on. One thing
intertwined.
is, our parents went to work. Our mothers went to work. So they weren't home to teach us those things that they were just the generation before, like my grandmothers. You see what I'm saying? Were able to sit and teach them those things because
Right.
they were
Big
at
mama went
home.
away.
Right.
So my mother went to work.
Right.
So I didn't get that stuff passed down to me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so in turn, my daughter, I'm working 16 hours a day. I just decided to F all of that and get a job so that I can be home with her so she can get what, you see what I'm saying? I didn't get from my mother because my mom worked. So that's one thing. That's one thing. And then the music.
That's number one.
The music changed. I was the generation that watched the music change from loving my people to twerking on the table. It was the music too.
That nasty man, what's his name?
But it wasn't mainstream.
Forever.
It wasn't mainstream.
It wasn't mainstream, but it wasn't. He was one in a genre.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We had vulgar music. Everybody, every rapper.
That's
nowadays it's just ridiculous. So the music did
different.
change. So those are two major reasons. The women, you see what I'm saying?
Right,
and I'm not saying we're not classy anymore, but those traditions were not passed down. Some of them that weren't passed down were good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. Because I don't want to be in a bad marriage for the rest of my life. You see what I'm saying? That was one of those things.
I think it's because of internet. We couldn't see all that stuff at first. Because if y'all think back, my granddad, rest in peace, he had 7 children and was with my grandma for a while. But he also had other women. And we all knew about it. So I don't think that I'm not going against what you're saying because you can speak for you and your generation. But I'm just saying it was always there. It's just the internet is making it worse.
It's different generations.
And everything
is what Vic was saying.
Because
I grew up with both my parents in the house, and my mother didn't work, and my father did. But I'm a more of a daddy's little girl, so he made me have work ethic. So
and that's good.
So me working a lot, I never really had to depend on a man, or if they didn't live up to what my dad did, I would just look at them like, nah, I'm good. If I can get it, then I don't need to pursue.
But like I was saying about the time changing, like that traditional mindset came from the man being the provider, the woman sitting at home, right? So it was a dependency. That's another reason why Big Mama wasn't saying nothing to Big Daddy when he was having these outside kids. But times have shifted. Women, like she said, they're working now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they take a little less now because they don't have to. They got capital now. I can go out on a limb on my own, whereas back in the day, I was at the house, washing clothes. Your salary was my salary. It ain't that no more.
You as a man really believe that women left men and separated the family for welfare? The state.
That wasn't us. That was the government. They did that to us. First, they took the black man out of the home and they sent him to jail with all of these crime laws and the war on drugs, right? Okay. Then once that happened, the women were out there by themselves. The same women that wasn't working before, that was cooking, they had no working experience whatsoever. Now they have to get on welfare, right? So this is the mass majority of black people at this point in time. They had to jump. They had to do something. I have no work. I have no education for the most part. All I know is this house and this family. So they did that to us. It was called a project for a reason.
That's true.
Well, speaking of working in couples and marriages, 2022 today, how do you all feel dating a person that doesn't work?
I ain't for work.
I would love to have a man that's paying bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to.
I feel like.
What if you really like them and y'all have a good vibe? It's just that
I feel like that
person
like is not enough.
The only time I'd be okay with that is if it's earned.
Right.
I feel like you gotta earn that type of reputation.
So
like my parents, both of them work.
But we're talking about 2022.
Yeah. Now my moms don't have to work. I feel like she earned it, like everything else.
That's how I feel too.
I feel like you should earn it. Yeah. But I feel like you should earn that position. I wouldn't go straight into a relationship just because I really like them. Like, nah, you don't have to work. Like, that's no effort.
Okay.
Yeah, because my mom was married. Working with my dad down here.
So when y'all get into relationships, men, when y'all get into relationships with women, and y'all not working, and we as women help y'all to start a business, is cool. But if we don't have a job, then you wasting your time. I gotta earn to be with you because I don't have a job. You see where I'm going with it?
It all depends.
You see where I'm going with it? I think that's vice versa.
Because we're supposed to be. Because most women, they say, They want a 6'7" dude, right? They want a high paying job. Yes, y'all.
Six
do.
feet.
No,
I
knew y'all was gonna do this. Don't try to change the subject.
I'm not changing the subject. I'm
I
going
didn't
into
say none of
something.
that.
Because
I
I don't
understand
think it
it,
go like
but
that.
what I'm saying is y'all get to choose. We don't get to do none of that other stuff. We're supposed to be the providers. We're supposed to be up here over y'all.
But we
Don't y'all
always
want
providing for y'all though.
But what if
And
we
y'all
not?
dreams and
Don't y'all
aspirations.
But what if we not?
Makes
But
it
what if
good.
we not though? It happens.
Men
Just
feel
like
good when they provided. I don't care.
I mean,
We
you
do.
never know what
we
that
do.
person's
But
going
I'm
through.
sorry. It just
Before
back to her original question. For me to wake up in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning
That's
and roll
hard.
over and you still in the bed.
Y'all don't live together. I said talk to somebody. I didn't say be with somebody because that's different.
So what is talking then?
Oh hell no!
Meaning
We're
we're
getting
getting
there.
to know each other. We're going out on dates. We're sharing our interests.
So
So I'm getting to know that you ain't got no commitment because you ain't got no job.
How y'all going out on
I
dates?
could have
if
gotten
you ain't
fired. You don't
working?
know what the case might be. It's just I don't
What
have
they shop
income.
on, like,
So
y'all
still treat you.
But it's 2022, so who can go without
So who's
work?
going on the date?
COVID
You
could
taking
have.
him on a date?
Come on.
Yes, what?
So you gonna
Take
tell
you
me
on
that you wouldn't talk to me because I got my job was lost due to COVID?
You wouldn't
No,
get
it depends.
It depends
on
on the
situation. It depends.
What situation?
Like
So how
she
would
just
you know,
don't
though?
want to do nothing.
So the fact
Why
that
you not
you
want
no drive. Yeah, why you not
If
Like
your
you need to
job-
go get yourself
That's
together
my first
before
question.
you start trying
Right,
to date.
right.
If your
somebody.
job was lost due to COVID,
Right.
that was a situation. That's
And I
nothing
would
that
say
you
the
had to
same
do.
to the
But if
guy.
you're not
Right.
actively trying to get back out there, because you see all these for hiring signs out there, you better go get that
But that
$18 at Burger King.
That's not your business to worry about what I'm doing.
It is your
When I
business.
talk,
When you
if
talking to me,
It's your
if we,
business. It's my
so y'all
business.
go diggers. It's
What?
what
No.
I'm saying.
Well, I'm
Okay.
not
Y'all
going
just
to
want a woman that make money.
No,
No, because
Y'all don't want to talk to a woman for her heart, her personality, her spirit.
It's just time,
All
bro.
day.
If you
Yo,
live a
but
life,
if I
bro,
got-
you ain't got nothing going right.
But you probably talking to Sarah, Jakira, and Jasmine anyway. So why are you worrying about what I'm making?
because eventually, if I see potential in
The
you, it's gonna go a little further than here. And you
Life
still
gonna be
might
hard.
be,
Life
might
gonna be
not
hard.
be job. You ain't even got food stamps.
Life gonna be hard.
I don't
hard
want,
life.
because every time we do something, who has to support that? So
Right.
now I'm working extra hard to support this life
Life
shit.
gonna be hard,
working.
man.
What
That's why
men
you
don't
can-
understand is when they do certain things for us, we come back 10 times better. Am I lying, ladies?
No, I would love.
But you shouldn't have to do all that.
No, you should.
Yeah, I don't want a man
But
to
you
feel
talking
like
about
I'm a
talking.
burden. You know what I'm
Talking.
saying?
Equal right.
Right.
And I don't want to meet a man and be like, you know, I ain't working. Like he gonna be like,
Yeah, you, for one, to her point, you need to be in the
Something
house.
wrong with you.
You
You
need
know
to
what
be in the
I'm
house.
saying? Like, no,
Well,
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to focus
shit,
y'all do
on
the
you
same
don't
thing,
want to
though.
work anyway.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't.
Here.
I have to work.
I'm about to say, because
I have to
I
get
feel like you
responsibility.
shouldn't be out here talking to nobody if you're not working. Like,
True.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Because
don't
that mean your income
you
coming.
can't even meet me at
I'm like-
Chili's because you ain't got no gas.
You ain't got no car.
I don't know when I'm going to have income. It's not consistent. So technically, I don't work.
But that's your fault though.
You work.
You chose this.
That's what I'm saying.
You work.
Make your
So
own
you should be-
But I'm definitely not gonna tell a man
You should
that,
be at the house
you know,
putting in
I don't
applications
work.
anyway.
Just to
Right.
see what
Exactly. The whole time.
You
So,
know,
I mean,
you
I'm
out
going to
here
get
talking to me,
food
so.
stamps.
So
Talk to your employer.
for women, is that y'all first question to come in your head to a man?
When a man
What?
talks
do
to
you
you,
work?
do you work?
I hate that.
What's your
Because I don't do that, but people do this to men a lot, men and women. So, what do you do?
What do you?
Why does it matter what I
What do you do
Ask
for a
me
living?
how am I doing? How is my health? Well, you know, what you mean? What do I do?
Ask
What
me
do
about
you
my
do?
financial situation.
Right.
And I don't know what else.
But that's a
I don't
good
even
question
know
to
if I
ask.
like you yet.
But why is it not? But why is that question bad? Like I need to know what you do.
Because it don't. I'm not asking you. So why you asking me?
Because
'Cause we two
maybe one of us.
different
Whatever.
I'm a dominant person, so I gotta know. I gotta know what's
This
up.
this my thing. If you ask me what do I do, and I ask you what do you do, and you tell me.
Missionary. I'm sorry.
You feel offended.
I mean, I'm sorry.
That
If the guy
doesn't
said
make
he's not working, it's
That
not
doesn't
gonna
make
work.
If you feel offended,
I'm gonna be like, oh,
You
I
feel
think
the
so.
same.
I'm putting it out.
Okay, because that was funny.
But it's
Yes,
just
it
like
was.
that's just gonna make a woman. Okay, for instance, you ask me what I do. I said I work at Family Dollar, and I ask you what you do. You say you're a firefighter. I'm gonna call my girl Shell. I'm be like, girl, I met this dude named Thurman. He a firefighter. Girl, I'm gonna get his money. Do you
Mhm.
want that?
nah.
So why ask me what I do, and why should I know what
That's
you
a
do?
good take.
Well, but guess what?
I mean, that's your character.
I know you ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? But
You work at Dollar General anyway.
I mean, when a guy scrolls in
What I'm
a
gonna do?
girl's face with their
What I'm gonna
feet
use
for a
this for?
living.
Rat tail comb?
You got
Wow.
y'all
You
have dollars.
need some deodorant, don't
We
you?
love
Half
the
off.
Dollar General.
I don't know. We all grown at the end of the day. You know?
Everything already
We
a
want
dollar.
somebody working.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like
We
everything.
appreciate you.
I feel like
No.
everything's a choice.
What?
I'm